Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. What is up, family? Billy back with another Chicago Sports Paradise. Alright, today we're going to talk a little bit about the Bears-Browns game, the final preseason game. And then we're going to talk a little bit about, I guess you would say the media's reaction to how Justin Fields played this game. Now, he had an incredible game, 14 for 16, 3 touchdowns, played pretty much the whole first half. Now granted, you didn't have Myles Garrett on the other side. You didn't have some of the key pieces to the Browns defense and offense, right? It's still the preseason, whether it's game 2, 3, 1, whatever. Of course, the NFL changed the preseason rules. Now there's only 3 games as opposed to 4. So we go undefeated in the preseason, right? Which really doesn't mean much when it comes to the regular season. But I was just watching a video yesterday, and the last time we went undefeated and actually went to the playoffs, Dave Wannstedt was our head coach. So there you go. Preseason success doesn't always equate to regular season success. Excuse my language. I'm getting hard for me to develop words, I guess. So I don't know. I hope at least we can make the playoffs. That would be incredible. And seeing as, our team, we really don't have that much talent. And that's even hard to say for someone like myself that doesn't play football. And you talk about talent as far as every single player in the NFL is NFL caliber talent, right? So, but then there's also levels to it, right? So we have on paper, we have Darnell Mooney as our number 1 wide receiver. I think our number 2 might be Equinemius St. Brown, since Daje Sharp just went down, which sucks. We had another player going down. Equinemius St. Brown he's a question mark, big question mark for me. I like big wide receivers. He's a 25-year-old, 6'5", 215-pound wide receiver. I like that. I like that. I mean, 6'5", you just toss it up to him. You know what I mean? As long as he's got a decent vertical, he should be able to out-leap even a big DB is going to be 6'2". 6'3" is a huge DB. So you figure he's going to have 2, 3, 4 inches on everybody he faces, And like I said, they're all an NFL caliber talent. So you figure this guy is a decent enough wide receiver to make it to the league, So I don't know. There's a lot of promise, but there's always promise. In the beginning of Bears seasons, always promise. And I'm not going to, knock on wood, we do awesome this year. I'm looking forward to it. We got a good first couple games. First opening game of the season, we're playing the 49ers. So that'll be a big test, at least for our offensive line. You got Joey Bosa coming off the end. That'll be big for our offensive tackles. So, yeah, there we go. Hoping for a good year, Now let's talk about the reaction to Justin Fields' game, right? I think it's wishful thinking. He did have an amazing game. Like I said, he played the first half through 14 for 16 for 3 touchdowns, which is an amazing half of football, But also, like I mentioned earlier, you didn't have a lot of stars. You didn't have people dressing, which I used to view as a bad thing, but as the management of a football team, the less you put your players out there, the less likely they are going to get injured, the less opportunities they're going to have for injury. So, it's a good idea. But, I mean, if you say just play for play, take all of that out, take all of the, guys who didn't play preseason. Excuse me, you take all of that stuff out the equation, 14 for 16 with 3 touchdowns, that's huge. But now you're going from, all right, week 2, all right, he played an all right game, nobody's really high on him. And then all of a sudden he had a good preseason game 3. Now the Bears are Super Bowl favorites. Oh my God, he's going to be MVP, which of course we're hoping for, right? All of us Chicago sports fans are hoping for the Bears to be Super Bowl contenders, right? We're all looking for that to happen. But let's be realistic. NFC's a hard place to play, AFC is difficult too, but the NFC is going to be a difficult place to play, even though we already beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs this preseason, which is, of course, going to be a top team in the AFC. We beat the Browns, which is going to be another top team in the AFC. We beat the Seahawks, which isn't going to be a top team, but it's still NFL caliber team. Still a team in the NFL, right? So you got to feel good about that. I don't know. I think we got to pump the brakes as far as giving Justin Fields all the credit for, calling him MVP, calling him special player. I mean, he is special. I seen him throw a dart. I believe it was in the Seahawks game. And I didn't give y'all a video for that, so I owe y'all an extra video one of these days. But I seen him throw, I believe it was like a no look. Like he was running to the right and then popped it off to the left. And I was like, oh, shit. All right, so, I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows, right? It looks like Coach Flus and Coach Getsy are putting him in the right positions. Not like Nagy where it was his offense or bust. It looks like they've evaluated the talent we have and locked in on, all right, we're going to contort our game plan to the players that we have instead of, building a game plan and trying to fit the players into that game plan. I don't think that's the way to do it. I think Coach Flus and Getsy they're doing amazing work so far. Ryan Poles has been doing good so far, so I think we got a good year to look forward to. Yeah, man, but y'all like, subscribe, comment. Please get to commenting. Get to commenting. It's going to help me out, and it's going to help y'all out because y'all get to see my debonair face on his YouTube. Get the watch time up. Watch, view, even if you ain't watching, just put it on while you're going for a run, or if you're driving, put it on in the background, you ain't even got to listen to it. If you're going to be away from your phone for a few minutes, just play this, put it on play, turn the volume all the way down if you don't like my voice, I would really appreciate it, and I would much rather all of my friends and family pay attention to what I'm saying on this. But hey, if you don't want to, you don't want to. I ain't gonna make you. There's no pressure. Having said that, like, subscribe, comment, share it with all of your friends, all of your family, so we can get this thing going. All right, go Bears.